I think sometimes we actually forget how we get into certain positions and into certain situations. The use of the US dollar was actually a negotiated position between government and industry and labor. And the industry then chose to say, we want to sell certain products in the US, or all their products in the US. And the government said, fine, if you sell part of your product in the US, then you also have to pay taxes in the US. But may you also, because we've got a huge burden, may you also then pay your workers in the US, partly in the US, because we've got a huge burden on fuel imports, so that they can also afford to buy fuel in US dollars. So that was the agreement. So we cannot now suddenly say we still want industry and the market to sell in US dollars. We still want the workers to be paid in US dollars, but now stop selling the fuel in US dollars. We have to go back to the table and review the whole arrangement and then say, maybe now try a smaller part of the salary in US dollars so that we can get that money and buy fuel. But I think at the moment we don't want to go there, because what we are aiming for is stability. So we always get the question to say, why can't you sell fuel in dollars? That's what you're asking me. But you're happy to buy beer and pizza and everything in US dollars. No one ever asked industry to say, can we buy pizza and chicken and beer in ZiG dollars? You're always coming back to government. You have the US dollars. So you're holding a pizza, you're holding a chicken, that is bought in US dollars. But a critical commodity like fuel, you are now saying, but I want to buy this in ZiG dollars. We find that from a government perspective is very ironic. But it's a journey. It is a journey. I think as we move further into further usages, increased usages of the ZiG, some of the policies will actually be reviewed. But we actually have to understand to say, no, it's not government that decided that fuel will be sold in US dollars. But it was an agreement that was made to say, this will be in US dollars, this will be local currency, this will be in US dollars. But at the option time, we'll go back to the table and revisit that position. On passports, look, we had a 5-year, 7-year backlog of passports. We had an operator who came and said, I'll put in the system, I'll clear the backlog, but make sure that I get paid my money in US dollars, because it's a foreign operator. And we've got an agreement with that operator. So again, now we no longer have long queues at the passport office. You can get your passport in 2 weeks, in 1 week. But again, from a process perspective, as we continue to progress with the stability, increase the use of the ZiG dollar, I think we'll also get to a point where passports will also be available in local currency. But we cannot measure the success of the ZiG merely on whether it can buy fuel or it can buy passports. I don't think that's the best.